and welcome. It's me, Brandy Rose Smith, Land of Bin Library. And I regret to inform you that the sun has continued its assault on the UK, and it has been again very warm. Have you all been surviving? Been hydrating? I've been doing my best. I hope you are too. Hello everyone. Hello. Ticket, Nimby, Normal Size Phantom, Rohel, Exnam, Scott Satvian. Welcome, any voters. Welcome, any lurkers. Welcome. Today we continue the dream in this wonderful company of Limbus, where nothing goes wrong, and Don Quixote will continue being their Don Quixoting selves, and nothing will go wrong, and there will certainly no vampires involved. Very much so. The sun appears for the first time in the UK in 500 years and immediately rest the country. Exactly! We're not used to it! We're used to the rain! We're used to being hydrated by the weather, not dehydrated. We're used to being drowned, not cooked. We're cooked, chat. We're cooked, literally. Anyway, in which is explored Limbus Company's not exactly first alliance with a wing. Oh yeah, we're gonna meet a new character who totally might not die because Limbus side characters. They're not very good at keeping them alive. Hello, lady in the glowy bodysuit. Looking lovely today, honestly. New baddie. She is a bit of a baddie, isn't she? Darn you, son. How dare you bring life to our planet and allow crops. I know, right? So she's the one we were supposed to meet here at the station. My, what an honor this is. To meet the Red Gaze himself in the flesh. Everyone, I am pleased to meet you all. I am Ceresa, head of P Corp Archival. Or Cesara. Head of P Corp Archival. Head of P Corp Archival Department. Archival Department? So you're bookkeepers then? When people saw her for the first time, they were feral for her. I see why, honestly. We don't get, like, many... This is one of the sluttiest outfits we've had. I know she's entirely covered up, but that is a skin-tight bodysuit she is wearing. She may as well, you know, be showing off as much. We've got basically, like, the whole form here. I'm gonna consider that this is Abbage here. I can see why people went feral for. I see it. I mean, look at her. In a manner of speaking, yes, it is a rather significant department within P Corp, regardless of how other wings treat their own archives. If a bigwig like the head manager of such an important department is here to see us herself, then boy, I guess we're really putting our names out there. Hello, gay boy! Me, when I'm so incredibly normal. Not exactly an incorrect statement. I did hear some things about you and Limbus Company through the word of mouth. Main people really do forget about Geberit Elko. What was it? Ah yes, a medium-sized enterprise with its employees gladly braving death to see a contract to its end, all to obtain these golden sticks. That's true, I guess, but... Hey, she's actually making us sound pretty impressive, huh? Forsooth, I and my dearest compatriots have vanquished countless evil through all kinds of hardship and deadly foes. Brave death indeed. The hilarious thing about Don Quixote and reading the book is that this Don Quixote is actually less delusional. I know there's the whole delulu that I am totally not a vampire or whatever, and I'm getting to play as a fixer. But we have, in fact, vanquished countless evils of all kinds and faced hardships and deadly foes. Don Quixote is correct. The other sinners were more confused than impressed by her description, but it was clear from Don Quixote's practically twinkling eyes that she was immensely infatuated by it. We did receive a brief of this contract, a particular stubborn urban nightmare case, which all kinds of fixers have failed to rout despite their repeated attempts. Correct. I doubt it is customary for the head manager of an entire department to greet every no-name fixer office looking to make a name for themselves. Being a crazy person running around fighting inconceivable horrors is a lot less crazy than when there's inconceivable horrors everywhere. Oh no, not the Confucius lesson. Oh no, you've been threatening this for a while, Scarlet Silvereye. Go for it. It's not relevant to the stream though. I will, which is technically a rule in my chat. I need to keep it relevant to the stream. Mick, are you in the Discord? I'm happy for you to rant about things you like in the Discord. But on the stream, it's got to be stream relevant, you know? And if it's relevant and I don't know it, then is it a spoiler? Being the more sane Don Quixote is like being the guy with one eye in the land of the blind. Yes! Correct again. And seeing how you've gone to the lengths to privately deliver this particular contract to our hands, this isn't a simple urban nightmare eradication contract, is it? I sense that your expectations of us extend beyond simply defeating it. There must be a particular task you're expecting us to brave death for, given your emphasis. It'd be relevant for the next Canto when we go for China. True. What an odd feeling. I wasn't going to hide it from you anyway, but it feels as though you're reading me like an open book. Nothing escapes his red gaze. We stared in dumbfounded silence as without effort, cut through the hoops to get to the core of the contract. Yes, your people were quite blunt about this when you contacted us first. That there's this golden stick somewhere near our eradication target. I was so astonished when I picked up that call. Your people refused to answer our questions, refused to tell us what those golden sticks are. Instead, that we let your people inside the zone to confirm the exact coordinates. I always thought it was a prank call or something. Effervescent in Italy. I believe we also made you an offer you couldn't refuse. I don't know if it's a particularly versatile agent or a very proactive intelligence department, but your company has some serious intel gathering capabilities. Sarah let out a deep sigh and leant against the wall, her shoulders slumping slightly. It's more about the broader cultural context Limbus operates on, as filial piety was a thing in the Warp Train event. I again think it might be better for the Discord rather than here. So what exactly are we eradicating this time? Given we have hopeful fixers queuing up to join the mission, what is an escape? What is it? An escaped abnormality wreaking havoc somewhere like last time, or is it a distortion? Because if it is, Sarah wordlessly stared at Ishmael as she began to rapid fire off her list of questions. Right. Forgot to explain. So abnormalities and distortions are kind of monsters that may look similar at first glance. If only our problem was just another monster to deal with. Something caught my eye immediately after we arrived in this place. The missing persons flyers. So this is the second place we've come up to that's got a lot of missing people. This is a pattern. Is Don gonna do a Leroy Jenkins in this raid? Always. Don Quixote's like got reincarnated as an MMO gamer and was the first Leroy Jenkins. Countless flyers, each in search of a different person, were taped to the pillars inside the station. Looks like people of P-Corp are randomly going missing in no discernible age or gender patterns. Cesara, realizing that we were staring at the walls of missing person flyers, began. As you can see, the flyers are all old, faded, and tattered to the point where the paper started to peel off. Which means that none of them have returned home safely. Donaroy Gencote. So we're not dealing with an entity then. It's a phenomenon. The land where the happiest smiles bloom. The amusement park of fables and legend. La Mancha Land! La Mancha Land? More than several dozen people have been reported missing, but the real number is likely much higher. Most of the guests who visited La Mancha Land have mysteriously materialized 2 months ago at the back streets of P-Corp. Which mysteriously materialized 2 months ago at the back streets of P-Corp are still trapped in. That gives me very, was it 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock carnival vibes? Because that kind of just appears in places, doesn't it? They have gone missing, thou sayest? Yet, how could that be? Against the nature of amusement parks to be so full of horror, not joy. I simply did not have enough manpower under my authority to deal with this. It was designated an urban plague 3 days after its first appearance, but now it has been escalated to urban nightmare. Curious. If it's a mere urban nightmare, not even star of the city, then shouldn't P-Corp be able to handle this on its own? That's the thing. The other departments aren't really interested in this phenomenon, which means that the Marshal Department won't be sending their elite employees to handle this case. What? Yet wherefore? Wherefore doth P-Corp not deploy their elite forces to swiftly vanquish this risk on the lives of the innocent? Don Quixote is now completely and emotionally invested in this gripping tale of tragedy that our client was sharing. Sarah seemed to be enjoying Don Quixote's excessive, almost theatrical reaction. Because the phenomenon only affects the backstreets. Of course! It only affects the peasants! Why would they do anything about it? We're entering Urban Nightmare. Apparently it was Urban Plague, but got updated to Nightmare recently. Imagine if it happened somewhere within the nest. Squadrons of elite agents from the compression department would have descended upon them, suspended on the moment it manifested. And that's enough beating around the bush, head manager Cesara. What are you hiding? It would have been a walk in the park for someone of your status and station to requisition agents from a different department. So explain, why did you really go through the trouble of hiring Limbus Company? Probably Backstreet Boys are being shafted by the government. At least NSYNC will be safe. Yes, my, you really are unrelenting. Fine, I confess. The goal of our department isn't the eradication of La Mancha Land. Huh? Now you were soon heading to La Mancha Land with the other fixers. A piece of advice, if you will, do not let the other fixers know that you're here to find the golden stick. If they were somehow to find out that there is a mysterious artifact so-called a golden stick hidden somewhere in that zone, it could start attracting unwanted attention from fixers who consider it a bounty separate from the eradication reward. No need to stir the pot, And I'm sure you're all savvy enough to know that it would be wise to keep quiet about the true objective of our department, if you know what I mean. Heard you loud and clear. Let's keep this hush-hush between B Corp and Limbus Company. We both get what we want, and we go our separate ways once this business is over. No fuss, no muss. Did I get that right? That's a pretty good summary. That's our Ishmael. Great at summarizing information for us. This is why she reads all the leaflets. So Canto 7 is early urban nightmare, to Canto 9 is mid-urban nightmare. Is it Star of the City after that? Because that'd be crazy if we get Star of the City already. Who do you think we are? I can tell you right now that when it comes to OP Sec, some of us might fall slightly behind. It's about time we got to the point. We're only attracting more unwanted attention, more unwanted eyes by lingering here. That's true. Here is your mission. Enter La Mancha Land. Find the thing or someone that created La Mancha Land and bring it to me. Or someone. The thing or someone is too insufficient a description. We do not even know if what we seek is made of organic or inorganic materials. So why do we need the thing a person who created Mancha Land? Shouldn't eradicating it be enough? Sesua's eyes twinkled for a brief moment as they lingered on Sinclair. Did I say something wrong? I don't know. I was supposed to be flabbergasted by your boldness of daring to ask a question like that. Notice how I'm not asking you why you're looking for the golden sticks. Thing, person. Ah. Well, it's not like it's a big secret or anything. If you really do want to know, here it is. I just want whoever or whatever is behind this case to be held responsible for the damages they've caused. Hello, JCPOA! Welcome back! I haven't, missaid your name in so long. Welcome. Forsooth! A villain who hath committed such wicked atrocity deserveth a punishment most fitting. And as a little bonus, I get to put some achievements under my belt to give my department a little push to rise above the others. I could use some promotion right now, you know. I suppose it doesn't matter whether we accept your proposition or not. You must have already reached an agreement with the top brass of our company. Right, but what if after kicking the phenomenon in the arse, we don't bother bringing the bloke who made that bizarre amusement park? Holy shit, I got a certain philosophy ego gift while doing MD. While you're my background streamer. I am giving you the luck. Heathcliff spoke crassly, but it was a reasonable question. After all, there was also a chance that we could fail to bring the culprit here, even if we wanted to. Well then, I suppose we'll start looking into what these golden sticks are, even if we don't get our hands on them immediately. So you'll start getting in our way if we don't bring you what you want. Is that it? It would be rather unnecessary and cost-effective research investment, of course, but you just might force our hand if you don't do as we required. Yes, I can see why people were instant fans of her. Besides, while Lamanchaland is only an urban nightmare at the moment, its threat level is rising exponentially. This means that more and more people in the city are beginning to catch wind of the case. Numerous fixers from all over the city are gathering here at this very moment to eradicate Lamanchaland, to demonstrate my point. So you're saying we're not your only option? Who doesn't love fame and fortune? We could always get a truckload of willing participants if we want to. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, some fixers among them might find themselves becoming particularly interested in these golden sticks. I swear, these precious artifacts must have a particular smell that attracts fixers like bees to honey. Got it. You want this mission taken care of before the phenomenon attracts too much attention. Oh, you're cutting right through the fluff again! Anyways, you got that right. Isn't it so fortunate how we both seem to be under the impression that what each of us is looking for won't be as much use to the other, for now, at least. I suppose that is why you're keeping the nature of the golden sticks discreet, and that is why we're keeping it on the down low about what created Lamanchaland. Agreed. The more eyes observe an info, the less value it has, like run-of-the-mill mass-produced products. Of course, it's all work talk. I got excited for a sec, thinking we were gonna get some nice souvenirs. We have a very high expectations for every single one of you. After all, you're all willing to die for this, aren't you? She keeps saying that! She keeps saying that! This is what every single one of our contracts has been like. Our stability and safety go out the window the moment a mission begins in earnest. We share nothing but our cold goals and objectives, not exchanging anything deeper than the shallowest transactions. I've grown to accept this as an inevitability, but I do know that this is probably not the right way. Lots and lots of dying. Yes, lots and lots and lots of dying. Amidst the dull and resigned eyes of the other sinners, Don Quixote's eyes alone burned with passionate fire. Thou mayest put thy faith in us, head manager Cesar. I, Don Quixote, and my companions here at Limbus Company shall put an end to the terrible reign of this Lamanchaland and rescue every single victim it hath claimed. And mark my words, we shall pinch this vile rascal who created Lamanchaland by the collar and present him before thee. Prithee smite them with the hammer of justice in everyone's stead. My. You certainly know how to inspire confidence. That's more than I could say for the vast majority of fixers I've known. I, Don Quixote, shall battle valiantly and honourably. Thus shall my name be forever etched in the halls of Peacock. Don Quixote was bouncing up and down like she was preparing to stand at Ceresa's beck and call. Oh, please stop. This woman certainly wasted no time in figuring out how to turn her into putty in her hands. It really ain't that difficult to see how the last works, to be fair. She has one brain cell. It's not her fault she was only born with one brain cell. Well then, shall we get to move on? And let us depart. Lead the way, Lady Cesar. Lady Cesar? Oh, I'm sorry. Sadly, I can't go there with you. Please, head to the location marked on this piece of paper. Yet wherefore? A journey on thy lonesome shall be so dreary, no? Isn't it obvious? If we show up at the fixers' gathering with the head manager of a whole department in tow, we'll attract more eyes than superstars on red carpet. Yeah, I'm sure they'll sniff out our connection to Peacock at a glance. Yeah, I'm not traveling with the hired help. Yet, Are not stars of super variety a good goal to strive for? Don Quixote. This might come as news to you, but sometimes words can mean more than one thing at a time. Oh, Greco. Teaching her the important lessons. Here's the pass that lets you move freely between the back streets and the nest of Peacock. Do note that it's a work visa, however, so it won't last forever. If I can just hand out something so important this easily. I can't imagine why her department won't be able to handle it themselves. Sinclair was still quietly suspicious, but that small doubt was practically burned into the brief communication that followed as sinners gathered in front of Sarissa and received their visas. He is a good uncle. We love our uncle. Good Uncle Gregor. Good old Uncle Greg. When the sinners are accepted and respected by fixers in ways of the city. I love these chapter titles. They make me happy. Oh no, I shall have to do fisticuffs. I need to get a new Don Quixote. Let's go meet some fixers, they're probably gonna die. Let's go meet some fixers, they're probably gonna die. Cesara's directions led us to an empty lot in the back streets. This is the one thing that is hard for Limbus Company to portray because we travel so easily between districts and back streets and nests compared to ordinary citizens. That's true. The city is big. The hell's this now? This ain't like a tight alleyway of back streets. I know. What's a huge empty lot doing here? Right, weird. It's rare to see this much real estate go unused in the back street. There are a bunch of banners hanging by the buildings for some reason too. Engage in kerfuffles with evildoers astride and comrades besides. Miss Faust and I will converse with the person in charge. The rest of you assess the situation in the meantime. Don't start any trouble. Don't start too much. Dad's adapting to us. Dad has adjusted his expectations of us. Don't start too much trouble till we return. Thou mayest place thy faith in us. He's given up on the slim hope that we won't be getting into any trouble without him. Oh, let's see what we're working with here. The empty lot was surrounded by all kinds of warning signs and perimeter tapes, deterring anyone from haphazardly wandering inside. And when we reached out to grab the tapes to duck under them... Dude, hey, dude! A voice rang out, stopping us in our tracks. Yeah, I mean, what? Alright, I'll be nice, since it doesn't seem like you know what you just walked into. This place is off limits, okay? Off limits. Fixers only, like me and the rest of the people gathered it, yeah? F-I-X-E-R-S. Civvies aren't allowed on operations grounds. Jeez, these peacock folks are sloppy with their perimeter job. Wait, why did you look at me when you said that? Why? Oh, thou art concerned for our safety. No worries, good man, no worries. Sinclair wants to punch a bitch. If you had some connectivity issues, it was me, not you, but we're back. We be back. We're good. The looks on their eyes could hardly be described as friendly. In fact, their alarm at our arrival was palatable. That's when one of the fixers, wielding a massive weapon, strode in our direction. Oh, hey, you look cool. Yeah, for the hunt, you twerps. Silly me, I forgot to do maintenance on my weapon. I don't have time for this. I guess I'll go and take care of that. Bye! The obnoxious guy, who was clearly way in over his head, hurried away when the giant fixer stomped his way into the conversation. And the other fixers shook their heads as though they knew what this was about to happen. You're clearly not fixers from from an association. Obviously not from an office, or even passing renown. How many more of these small-time freeloaders are we going to take on? Except any more of them, and we'd end up having to split the arm of that reward between us. We're already getting these bloody tosses we're in for a fright, eh? Embellishments on the garb says Fang Hunt Office. Yet, to hunt fangs has to mean... You ever seen one of them in person before? Prithee, seen what? Blood fiends. Again, Don Quixote just like not realizing what a blood fiend is. Blood fiends, wait. We're dealing with blood fiends on this contract? We were not informed of any blood fiend involvement in this contract. Would you look at that? Know nothing amateurs, all of them. Makes my blood boil to watch idiots like you rush in to nab a contract just for the promise of some cash and fame. Not only do you get in the way of the hunt, but you also really spoil the fun of this activity. Vampires? I lied at the start of the stream. I said there was going to be no vampires. Oh my god! Say what? That's so wrong with keeping your eye on the money. What's so wrong with keeping your eye on the money? Roger, I don't think we're here for just the contract reward. Yes, this case seems to hold special meaning to them. Fools driven by their creed are much more troublesome to deal with than the simpletons motivated by money. I refuse to take part in an operation alongside these idiots who don't even know what it's like to deal with blood fiends. We have dealt with blood fiends, thank you! STFU. As much as I would like to avoid entertaining you amateurs, I'll admit the curiosity has gotten the better of me. What did she just say to me? Sinclair! Shut the fuck up, you arrogant son of a... It was shut that flat mouth. Ugly. when Ryoshu knows something's wrong now. Fixes Ryoshu's... Oh no, my translator's broken. He's too angry. That's what he wanted to say, not me. It was shut that flap hole ugly. Oh. Looks like you let a bit of your own personal feelings bleed out into that interpretation. But yours wasn't half bad, huh? Anyway, this isn't our first blood fiend contract, you know. It may not be much, but we've dealt with them before. We don't deserve to get talked down to by you like that. None of us. At least when it comes to fighting. Great comeback! But I'm docking a few points for the hesitation there. This ain't your first rodeo, eh? Then show me what you got. Let's see if you're all talk. Or if you're real hunters ready for the real deal. What? Mate, are we really doing this? Here? Before we even set foot in there? I'm telling you, we got permits and everything. Don't be a baby. I'll hurt you just enough to send you home crying. Will a broken arm and leg convince you? You'll thank us on your train home. I'd say an arm and a leg are much more acceptable losses than getting your blood brutally drained. No! Because going on the train with a broken arm and leg? No! We've already discussed those horrors, thank you. We don't go on the train. That's why we have a bus. Prideful Fang Hunt Office Fixer. Combative Fang Hunt Office Fixer. Oh shit, the capital HIM. No, I haven't met the capital HIM yet. I look forward to seeing all these fang hunts be absolutely minced up. Oh, we're so good at dealing with blood fiends. One guy turns up, murders them all. But the bus can't fly yet. We turned it into a boat. Can we not turn it into a plane? That one character that I think the PM fandom collectively hates the most. So I found the one of the most horniest characters today. I'm gonna find one of the most hated characters at the same time. Wonderful! How exciting. But we also love him, I see. But we hate him so much more. Okay, one of those characters. I look forward to it. I'm excited. You got me a little hyped there. You might be specialized in murdering blood fiends, but we're specialized in being murdered. Yes. And have you noticed? Dante presses buttons. The magical girl transformations. Everyone suddenly gets new outfits and weapons. I want an animation, just one animation of what it's like to be on the outside of like the ID switch. You disagree with the collective? What is your opinion, Game Boy? I wonder how much you'll react to her. I thought it was a him! Will I meet Lady Delicina del Toboso? I hope I meet Lady Delicina del Toboso. I hope she's real. Blood fiend sucks blood out of sinners. Rewind! Blood is back in sinners. Hekupan! Heku punch. Yay! Easy fights at the start of Cantos make me happy. Tippity-doo!
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네. 그때가 되면 휴식을
또 한 줄 길을 당.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be that weird to have a flying bus. Why not? Of what befell our company upon our departure from the Red Gaze's hands?
이 홍로가
당장 집행해주지.
Loading screen. Oh, we're still fighting them? For fuck's sake.
일기당천.
We get there. We kick the ass of everyone there. We're the only ones who can go in. Done. Have you met the Thumb Capo? Have you met the Middle Big Brother? Have you met Foul? She's very Mao right now. Look forward.
받아볼 텐가.
I'm glad to have the K-Book Ampule sponsors. I'm glad to have the confirmation that La Mancha Land is a theme park, because it did sound very silly, and I thought that might be the case, but I wasn't sure. I just thought there might be literally just an area of the city called La Mancha. And now we're going to a theme park. Like I said, it's giving carnival, but blood fiendy rather than deal with the devil monstrosities.
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이
There's a lot of deal with the devil in the
말로 보답니다. 또 대단한 일이라도 하기로 조련해. 물 넘고
blue reverbs lot. Because there's Pluto, who's literally a contract guy with deal with the devil nonsense. Puppet guy, puppet and thingamajig were kind of it too. I'm talking more the technology of armor, and a lot obviously is often very just a fraction. Yeah. I'd rather make a deal with the devil than a deal with common. But what if you distorted? You too could become a large dog. Or is that only the British? Do only the British become large dogs? Our evidence suggests that anyone British who distorts becomes dogs. So we got 2 out of 2. Hello, Trip, welcome. Woof woof. Indeed, bow bow. Pluto, Church of Gears, Oswald. Yeah, they're all very like deal with the devil kind of stuff. It's only the Brits, I see. Only Brits become dogs. It might not be a large dog though, to be fair, because I don't think Hindley's was a very large dog. I mean, it was a large dog, but not like colossally large. He was just like a werewolf size.
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Could we transform the Brits? Brits are not already large dogs. Everything I've known is a lie. Yes, we're all very large. That's why we're struggling in the heat, because we're covered in fur. We're all furry. No, this is going down a weird path. Hello, Eldritch Blast. He was the size of a bear. Yeah, which is big. But then you had, like, Heathcliff was really big. And then you've got, like, the Sunshower Fox, which is, like, long boys. And compared to them, Hindley wasn't as big. Your magical girl transformations. I must say, I haven't seen anything like it before. Not enough of a demonstration for you, twit. Fine, I'll admit you've got some skill. Oh, they're not that bad. We always work with cooperation with fellow fixers who can carry their own weight. How, Jay? Lesbian vampires? I have not found any lesbians or vampires yet. So please, do not spoil the gay for me. Heathcliff has a dog transformation. British people are This is what I would have thought. This is what happens when chat is involved in a normal conversation. It goes in wild tangents, and that's the beauty of streaming. Hey, I recognize you. I saw you guys busily chatting away at the Warpstone platform. My name's Romeo, by the way. Romeo. Sweet Romeo. Remember, Don Quixote has an actual Queen of Hatred magical girl transformation. Imagine that popping up in the battle backstream. Tanya was a werewolf. That's true. I'm not saying that that's different. I don't know. I've lost the train of thought. I assume they're referring to that one really old romance novel about lesbian vampires. You mean Carmilla? I had that sapphic as fuck. Yeah, but the fight was already underway when I got back here. And I doubt I would have been able to talk them out of it. Besides, I had a feeling that you guys got to hold your own against my men. Are we gonna find a Juliet? Yeah, that's the one. I see. Listen, I only see one lesbian here. That's Ishmael. Right. Ah, we're talking about Carmilla. I haven't read it. It's on my list. So please allow me to ask for your understanding. They're not bad people. They're just on edge. Anyone would be after going through their struggles against the blood fiends. You have my understanding. Hunting entities such as those who lie beyond the ken must plant seeds of doubts in the heart of men.
사실 나도 얘들 의견에
Romeo
부분적으로는
looks like he might be a lesbian. That's
토벌
true.
상대에 비해서
I'm honestly
Quixote
surprised
결선에 건
Romeo
두
isn't a
번째로
woman,
지나칠 정도로
given what this
불리하다.
series is like.
나였다면 그런
If it were up to
식으로
me,
조건을
I would
맞춰서
have
모집
set a
구성을 했을 거야.
more strict set of conditions. His friendly smile faltered slightly as he gestured around the empty lot.
저쪽 천막 주위를 둘러봐.
Look around.
뭘
Over there by the
알고
command
숨는 게
tent,
있긴
just
하는지.
one look at who we're
이런
working
건
with. I'm sure
전문가에게
it'll become
맡기는 게 제일 안전했을
plenty
텐데
clear
말이야.
that they don't know what they're walking into. They should find only professionals to take care of this contract. Always wait until they drop the pronoun. That's true. I shouldn't judge. Just because it sounds male and looks male and it's named male, it might not be male. If it looks like a fish, swims like a fish, breathes like a fish, sounds like a fish, it might be a dog. Who knows? Ishi has two ships, Toxic Yuri Nahab and Wholesome Yuri with Quiking. Harold PTSD. Yes, very much so. Around the command tent? We all simultaneously turned to look at the large and noisy tent.
여러분들 봤어?
Look at that fabulous oh my god, they're streaming!
세상에.
Whoa, chat, is this for real? There was a huge brawl by the entrance. It's real amateur hour out here, guys. Can you believe that I got to stand shoulder to shoulder with these idiots for a contract?
저자는 또
What?
뭐지?
Is this the character people love to hate? Oh my god, of course it's a streamer. What the hell is he doing? Chat, it's for real. There's another streamer here. My god. In the distance, we saw some guy running his mouth and striking several exaggerated, dynamic poses at a tiny device, most likely a camera of sorts. I know we have all had experience with someone like him in the past. That guy reminds me of a certain someone. He's just taking pics like that guy Siegfried. For the content. It's even funny that I've seen that ID. Murder streamer. Hello chat. Today we are taking out some blood fiends. I've seen that ID. Mercer getting him as an ID is very funny and somehow on brand for Mercer. Hello Nimbus, hello Shadow, welcome. Nimbus Phantom is going to lose it whenever they introduce a VTuber character. We know it's gotta be coming. But like, I mean, the whole point of a VTuber is that it's not a real, like, there's a disconnect, so I'm not sure how it would work. But then, when your CEO is a VTuber and suddenly started sliding towards us in an annoyed gait.
이봐, 너희.
Hello, yes, you guys over there. Hast thou called upon us?
좀 다른 데로 가줄래?
Do you mind loitering around somewhere else? True, you're getting in the way of my viewers, guys.
저희의 통행에도 방해가
But
되는데요.
you're literally in our way, guy. He whipped his attention back to the camera, as though he was pretending not to hear what Ishmael said, or as if he decided that her words weren't worth entertaining.
지금 내가 어디 왔니?
Oh, you wanted to know where I am? Hold on to your seats, guys. I'm at the back streets of District 16. Yep, P Corp is.
맞아. 지난번에
Oh yeah, remember the P Corp 150 vintage semi-permanent canned ice cream unboxing and review live stream? Yep, the very same. Unfortunately, we're not here to eat ice cream today.
저 양반은 아까부터 계속 뭐 하고 있는 거야? 누구한테 말을 하고 있는 건데?
Wouldn't there be a problem with branding with VTubers in the city? I don't know. I really don't know how VTubers work in the city. Carmen is the VTuber of the PMverse. Her avatar was Angela. Until Angela became a real person. Damn. Would Dawn be his #1 chatter? Yeah, probably. So, Grandpa Gregor asks, who's this fella even talking to? The heck's he doing?
아마도
I think he's talking to his
자기
viewers who are
시청자들한테
watching
말하고
his
있는 것
show.
같아요.
모종의 방송
It
호스트라는
appears that
느낌.
he is the host of a certain show.
최근 일부
It has been
도시에서는
reported
카메라를
in
통해
certain parts of the
간단한
city
방송을
that a
송출하는
new
문화가
culture of
유행이라는
live
것 같다.
streaming via those cameras has been on the rise.
무례한 작자네.
What a rude piece of work.
너무 신경
Don't let him
쓰지
get to you, kid. Get you down, kiddo.
마.
Huh?
어?
What a glorious day it is! Behold, this man is Sir Camille of Sync Association West. His name honored as one of the top 10 up-and-coming newest generation fixers. Featured in the October issue of Fixers Monthly. One of the big three Fixers magazines of the sea! Bungo is really fun to voice. Camille? I had to drink. I'm sorry. 1 second. 1 second. Bah! Okay.
누누이
I
말하는
know we say
거지만
this every single time, but
그런 걸
most
아는
people
사람은-
don't know what.
됐어요.
Never mind. I'm good. I just had to snuffle a lot, and it sounds gross, so it's fine.
지난번에 버스에서 보여주기까지 했는데
How have ye not hearketh when I share this news of grave significance upon the bus? Hath none of you heeded mine words?
미쳤냐? 그걸 듣게.
Are you mad?
당연히
Why would I
안
listen to
미쳤지.
you when I can nap instead? Fucking mood.
코빗길을 운행 중에
Such haranguing over a winding path
멀미를
is of
입어요.
cause for sickness on the road, Miss Don Quixote. The grumbling sinners clearly existed outside Don Quixote's world. She was breathing very heavily, a look of admiration clear on her face. Don Quixote is the white noise of the bus. She is. For I did not imagine, even in mine wildest dreams, that I should be shaking hands with Sir Camille in person. Of course, no one shook hands or exchanged the simplest pleasantries with Camille just yet. And yet another wonderfully female name on another wonderfully male character. This is why we doubted Romeo, and I still doubt Romeo. I should keep doubting Romeo till the pronouns are said.
길을
Doubt. We press X.
핏물진 길을
And we press on. In which the tale of our young master is revealed.
그제야 알게 되겠지. 이 홍로가
볼성산업
Ooh, a Zwei Association person. So embarrassing. Do you really have to clown around with that thing while on a mission?
와, 여러분 보여?
Wow, hey chat! Look, allow me to introduce you to Paula from the Zwei Association. She'll be my sidekick this mission.
보조가 아닌
Listen, I'm not your sidekick.
착장을 보면 알겠지만
As you can probably
나랑
tell
똑같이
from her
서버에서
outfit, she's a
해결사들이야.
fixer from the West, just like myself.
가끔 이렇게
The
협회에서 내
association
보조를 못 들어볼
sometimes
때서
sticks
협력
me
작전으로
with
일을 해결하기도
sidekicks
해.
like her against my will for some
그래, 맞아, 맞아.
contracts.
난
A joint
혼자
operation, you know.
일하는 편이긴 하지만
Oh yeah, totally.
위에서
I know,
보면
I really shine when I work alone. But what can I do? Gotta do what the higher-ups tell me to do. You get it, right?
그래도 자,
Well, why don't you say hello to my dear fans anyway,
우리
Miss
팬
Paula?
여러분들에게 인사.
Oh, a collaboration between Sync and the Zwei.
자리에서 협력
Two formidable forces together as one. Paula just dealing with this shit. I love Ishmael ID of this character, Redhead Pony. I know, it's probably one of my favorites. I love Night Ishmael. She makes me very happy. Ponytail Ishmael is a good Ishmael. I think she's tearing up. What? Great, glorious, grand, blood-pumping feeling is this? My heart pounds madly as though its explosion nigh.
매일 영상으로만 본 자들이 책자로만 보던 자들이 피규어로만 보던 자들이
I mean, maybe the ID was a teaser for this character, because it's definitely like similar outfit and stuff, and we didn't really come across another Y person, so. I thought Sinclair would get her ID. Oh. Protect Sinclair. We'd love a Protect Sinclair. Sinclair got the Polar ID? Oh, so we're thinking of a different ID. Oh, okay. There's a gift of Camille smashing the like button and a ring the bell on a green screen. Wonderful. I need to find it. Do you know most of the fixers here then, Don Quixote? If a fixer hath been featured in one of the magazines I am subscribed to, then verily, ha ha ha! Right, if that's the case, and if everyone here really are all fixers, then she probably knows who that person is too, right? That person who's been staring daggers at us the whole time. Hello, Kaigen, welcome! How's the game going? Wonderfully. We are meeting so many new people. It's just got a Y West ID, not specifically Polar. Ah. Darn, it's not an anime convention, this is a word conference. Same thing, right? Whee! And who are they over there? That group of fixers have been staring at us for a while. Allow me to observe! Have our reputation already preceded us to be recognized by mere sight? 'Tis a joyous conundrum indeed. It's precisely why it's said that I must graciously bow out from that special feature from the front page of a newspaper. Don Quixote bus book Brady game. Yeah, hi Necromancer, welcome. I may have a few gaps in my knowledge. 'Tis probable that they are from a small upstart office that hath only recently registered itself, but 'tis clear from the fashion in which they are garbed that they hail from the east.
다행이네요.
What a relief.
저분들이 누구인지는
Conveniently, I
마침
recognize
제가
who
알고
they are.
있거든요.
Are they Heisho? Hore? Howdy! Thou recognizest a fixer whom I do not, for truth. Don Quixote stares at Hongmu in utter disbelief. Merso, come on, man. Don't look back at them.
아까부터 계속 마주보고 있는 중이야.
We have been looking at each other for a while. There is no reason for me to avert my eyes.
세간에서는
My
눈싸움으로
man,
부르거든.
that's what most people call a staring contest. And it's rude, so let's just...
이젠
Uh,
저희 쪽으로 걸어오고
They're
계시는데요.
walking towards us. Should we wave at them or something? There's one theory that is why Ishmael got her ID because of Saber. I would love that, and she does in fact give those vibes, and is one of the reasons I really wanted to get her. So yes, I would be happy with this. Crap. Then yeah, let's stare back at them again.
당당하게.
Let's not come off like we're scared of them. Yeah, confidence. You know they're in hearing distance, right?
바로 앞까지 오셨어요.
Yep, they're right in front of us.
아이씨 답답해.
Bloody hell, don't walk away, lad. Eyeball them right back. We don't want to get caught unawares if we're about to get into fisticuffs. Oi, lass, what business you got with us, or what? What's that grin on your face?
아, 여러분에게 이렇게
I
빠르게
didn't know I'd be
소개해드리게 될 줄은
introducing her to
미처
everyone so
몰랐었어요.
soon.
인사시켜드릴게요.
Please say hello
제 동생 가시춘이랍니다.
to my sister. Jia Sichin. Oh, I know this character! I've seen her around. I know Ishmael gets the ID. Little sister?
동생이요?
The sister?
자칫하면 몰라볼 뻔했지 뭐야.
Oh, I almost didn't recognize
마지막으로
you.
보았을
Last
때만
I remember,
해도
you were only up to my
내
knees
무릎만
in height.
했었잖아.
그건 어릴 때였으니까.
That is because I was a child the last time you saw me.
집을 나가서 혼자 대체 뭘
And here I
거창한
was,
짓을
wondering what
준비하고
kind of
있나
impressive
했더니
shenanigans you were preparing for since you left home.
이게 전부야? 오빠가 만든 세력이?
This is it. This is all you've managed to build of your own faction.
세력이
They're
아니야
not my
시춘.
faction, Sitchin.
소개해줄게.
Come on, let me
여기서부터
introduce you to him.
차례대로
I'll start here.
그레고르
This is
씨.
Mr. Gregor. Say hello.
네.
Yo. One of Ishmael's many Asian ideas. I love the American. What was it? American Irish with all the Asian ideas. It's so silly. Fear her. She knows kung fu. She looks like she knows kung fu. The outfit gives kung fu. You have a family. I love her in Canto. She does seem very well beloved. I've seen a lot, and then there seems to be a whole little bit of her and Sinclair training together or something, and I don't know. It looks very cute. Oh yeah, well she gives up stuck-up child. Like she's. This is another wonderful thing about this series. You can usually tell by the visuals of a character what kind of voice I need to give them before I even hear it. Because it's a very good series. Thinking about it, there would be a Fate crossover. It would probably take years to get released because Natsu was like... I mean, we got Honkai crossovers with Fate recently. I mean, we're getting Gilgamesh soon, and I'm so excited for Gilgamesh.
왜 그렇게 쭈뼛거려?
Don't be shy, man. My name's Ro-
됐어.
Forget
그럴
it.
시간도 없고.
I don't have time for this. Jiaxi Chun gave us a side eye before dismissively cutting us off. Whoop. Okay. Oh,
아,
hey.
이제 보니까 키만
You've not
작은 게
only
아니라
grown in
시춘.
height, Sid Chun.
나처럼
I see
친구들도
that your circle of
많아졌구나.
friends has been growing
새로
too.
사귀었니?
Just like mine. Are they new? To call them friends was a very optimistic assessment on Honglu's part, because the people who accompanied Jia Qingjin were all threateningly sizing us up, like they were getting ready for a fight.
정말 친구라고 생각해서
You don't
그렇게
think
묻는
they're
거야?
I blame all my reading fuck-ups on the sun today, just so you know. You don't really think they're my friends, do you?
그리고 다른 오빠 언니들에 비하면
I'm still far behind my
한참
older
부족한
siblings
편이야.
anyway.
그렇구나.
I see.
그리고 가족 중에 몇
Do you know
명이
that some of us are still...
여전히 오빠를
Do
찾고
you
있는
know
거야?
that some of us are still out here looking for you?
안 그래도 저번에 가완
I
형이랑
do.
만나서
Oh,
잠깐
that reminds me.
이야기 나눴어.
I ran into Ji Huan earlier and had a quick chat with him. Huh.
그 막내
And you're still in
오빠를
one piece
만나고도
after a run-in
멀쩡한
with
걸
that
보니
asshole?
운은
Still lucky as
어지간해도
ever.
좋나 보네.
Lucky as always, huh?
여전히.
I think back to the first time we met this Jia Huan. His venomous words, that contemptuous look he gave us as we lay there dying. It seems that moment was embellished into a pleasant, quick chat in Hong Lu's memory. Either that, or that interaction was what counts as a quick chat for Hong Lu.
시춘, 아까
Hello, Scarlet
들었는데
Sylvain.
이곳 일대는 위험하다는 것 같아.
Good friends, bad
사람들이
business
실종되기도
partners.
하고. 너와 일행분들은 안전하게 대피하는 게 어떠니?
You just mean how they wouldn't, like, be able to work together? Well, Zichun, I overheard that this is a pretty dangerous place. People are going missing around here. Why don't you and your friends go somewhere safe to take refuge in?
진짜.
I still can't tell if you're trying to be
농담이라고
funny
하는 건지,
or if you're genuinely
걱정이라고
worried
하는
about me.
건지. 저기 말이야.
Listen, my
난
naive
맹한
brother.
오빠랑
I got here first, okay? Either
떨거지들보다 먼저
earlier than
이곳에
you and your
도착했거든.
faction. I mean your second-rate minions.
알아듣겠어? 나도
Is this
라만
making
챌린지
sense to
토벌
you?
참가자야.
I'm here to take part
이
in the
장소가
eradication of La
어떤지는
Mancha
어떤
Land.
장소인지는
I'm pretty sure I
내가
have
더
better
잘 알걸?
intel on this place than you do.
참가자라니? 시춘,
You are?
네가 이런 거
but
참가할 필요는
Why
없지
would you
않니?
take part in something
처벌
like this?
현상금이 필요할 리도
It's not
없고.
like you need the reward money, right?
당연하지.
Yeah, you don't say. And I doubt you're in for some pocket money either. Pocket money, huh? Sure, whatever. Pocket money. Roger being like, good damn, rich people.
아니다.
Then it is. Never mind. I don't think you or Mr. Wei are going to answer that question anyway. Honglu's eyes momentarily diverted from his younger sister to her posse. There stood a long-haired man who looked towards Jia Xinqin as though he was asking for permission. Then, oh, hello, Mr. Wei. More joke about peak fiction, as it would be great, but we'd have to spend 5 years waiting for another 5 for the voided rerun. Yeah, probably. Oh, Xinxin, we got better than intelligence. We got literal main character plot powers. Yeah, you exist for us, bitch. We walked towards us and bowed deeply and politely toward Honglu.
안녕하십니까, 도련님.
It has been a while, young master.
와, 오랜만이에요, 웨이 씨.
It's been so long, Mr.
아직도
Wei.
신춘에
Still
꼬이신가
courting
보네요.
Xinxin, I see.
부족하지만
Yes, I am still in her
여전히
service,
모시고 있습니다.
despite my shortcomings.
안쪽은 위험할 수도
I'm
있을
worried
텐데.
that it might be too dangerous in there.
아, 시춘.
Oh, why don't
우리랑
you
같이
tag along with
다니는
us,
건
Xinxin?
어떻겠니?
Let's do this together.
도련님은 여전하시군요.
Young master, I see that you are still yourself.
아니,
Forget that.
서로의
Why don't
목표만
you mind your own
챙기고
business?
여기서
And we go
헤어지는
our
건
separate
어때?
ways.
가만 보니까
I can see that you and your friends have some real talent for attracting attention, but I prefer to keep things discreet. In that outfit, you... No, you're not. Is this... This is the Yi Sang ID, isn't it? This is Hont Sang right here, innit?
안에선 구태여 아는 척하지 않으면 더 좋고.
And I'd prefer if you didn't embarrass me there by talking to me or something. Yeah. It's okay. I kind of guessed, mostly from Yi Sang's Uptai story, about the dedication to Jia Xinxin and things like that. So I always guessed if we were going to get her, we were going to get her like main person who was going to be Hont Sang. So it kind of
그래.
put two and two
시춘
together
네가
on that one.
원한다면 그렇게.
Okay, if that's what you want, Xinxin.
다시 만난다면 오빠가
He does not look very Hans, so I am very excited to find out how he becomes Hans. Unless I have it wrong. Who knows? Who knows? I'll find out a while from now. I thought you'd have gotten better after all this time, brother. At least better than you were last time we met.
그렇구나.
I see.
미군은
I suppose I
아니었나
haven't
보네.
improved at all in your eyes.
지금 만난 게 나라서
You should consider
다행인 줄
yourself
알아.
lucky that it's me you
다른
ran
언니
into.
오빠들이었으면
If it was one of our
그
other
곱상한
older
머리통이 이미 바닥을
siblings,
뒹굴고 있었을 거니까.
your pretty head would already be rolling in the dirt.
고마워.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I'm good, thank you. You talked to Jiehue. What did you talk about? Oh, he just said I looked terrible and then gave his men the order to decapitate us. Ah. Family bonding. Exactly. I'll find out when I find out. Jia Xinchen scowled and opened her lips as though she was about to shoot something back. But she thought better of it, turned around, and left with her posse.
뭐 사이 좋은 가족은
Well,
진짜 참.
they say it's rarer to
그렇지?
see a happy family than it is to see an unhappy one.
왜 날 봐? 난
Oh,
그
look at me.
개자식은 가족으로
I never
생각
consider
안
that
했어.
dog me family.
아 아니.
No,
그게
but that's not what I... He was thinking about his mum, Heathcliff. You just happened to be in his field division. What are you looking at? Do you expect me to come back you up or something?
아이고.
Just look at the floor, Gregor. Look at the floor. guy. He's such an awkward duck. Ah, man.
여전히 변한 게 없네요.
Just like old times.
예전에도 저렇게
Oh,
까칠했다는
so she
거야?
was always that spiteful?
아니요.
Spiteful? No,
예전에도 다른
no.
형제들보다
She was always
저를
been
더 잘
and still
따랐거든요.
is my most amicable
시추는.
sibling.
예전에는
I must ask, for I have
예전에도
cause to
나와
believe that
것이
I may have misheard. Still is, was it?
맞아요.
저것이
That was, Yusang's expression grew into a complicated mess of emotions as he looked to the ground, unable to speak further. Huh?
회의는
Looks like they're
저
holding
안에서
some kind of
하려는
meeting in
모양인데요.
there.
이제 저희도
We
들어가야
should
할 것
probably
같아요.
join them. Ryoshu the lonely smoker. What do you mean? Ryoshu has like 5 dads. At least that's the vibes I've gotten so far. I can't wait for Daddy Ryoshu. Yeah, we should go to the meeting. Go to the meeting. Go to La Mancha. I'm really excited to go to La Mancha Land. La Mancha Land. La Mancha Land. La Mancha. 5 gay dads. Damn, I know, right? Although they're not all men. They are all dads because they're nurse fathers. But they're not all men. I don't think. I don't know. I know the thumb one's not a man. Or maybe they are. This is the PM verse. I really don't know. 1 dad for each day of the week, split custody, and Ryoshu gets to do whatever she wants on the weekend. Sometimes it takes a woman to be the best dad. I love the names of these nodes and the fact that they're like the Don Quixote book. It's 10 out of 10. Of the immensely devastating duel in which our fixer and the sink battled. Ah, right, we're getting in the streamer's way. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Can I can't level up. So this is just story. Story battle. Oh, no. Who are those people accompanying Burgess and Sharon?
반가워서 열심히 손
A
흔들었는데
fair
다
battle,
죽었네.
but I hate it. Damn, not even a way back, huh? No, this wasn't about Virgilus. Don Quixote stood next to me, was very gradually starting to hyperventilate. You okay, Don Quixote?
비정상적인 호흡 숫자의
The
증가,
gradual acceleration of her breathing patterns was first observed 10 minutes ago.
생명의
I did not
지장을
report it, as it posed no real risk to her health or well-being.
호흡을 끝내는 법은 잘
I know a good
알고
way of
있다.
dealing with a case of hyperventilation. Ryoshu regarded me with a look that clearly and concisely communicated that she wanted to choke out Don Quixote. I tried my best to look away. Ryoshu! Down! Down, Ryoshu! I don't know, maybe she needs it, because Don Quixote sounds like she's dying at this point. We really do need to keep a stock of tranquilizers for Don. Ishmael sighed and stepped forward, sensing that Ryoshu was about to do something we would rather not have her do.
대신 말해드릴게요.
I can tell you what's going
하나협회에서
on.
온 해결사인가 보네요.
Hannah Association? Okay, no, fair enough. This is the correct response. Well, no, it's not the correct response. But the Hannah Association's big time. The Hannah Association is one of the overseeing all Fixer Association activities, right? First ever case of dying from hype. I guess all the times Don Quixote went on impromptu fixture-related lectures weren't all for naught. I never paid much attention to it, but once you hear something enough times, those lectures just have a way of lodging themselves in your brain. A fixer from the Hana Association. Ooh. That name alone clearly carried a lot of weight among the fixers. As the Hana Association fixer, dressed in pure white, walked into the room, they slowly turned around to gaze upon her. And the red gaze too? Holy crap, a colour fixer here? I know, it's not Mirene, which does make me sad. It's not Mirene. It's not anyone we know, which makes me a little sad. But at the same time, I'm not too sad that we don't get as many Ruiner characters as I would like. Because it lets Limbus stand on its own a bit more. Camille is 100% fucking streaming. Yeah, looks like we got another superstar here. She does look like KHJ's VTuber model a little bit. Same colour scheme at least. Virgilus, who'd we'd somehow grown used to seeing after such long periods travelling together, was commanding the attention of everyone in the room merely by his presence. Could you imagine the confidence boost of seeing a colour fixer at your workplace only to find that all he's there for is reading books, eating chips, and feeding candy to his daughter? Hi, Neil! As KJH said, there's another 10 years of Limbus. We'll get a lot of odd PPs. Yeah! That is exciting. But we don't really get the characters that we get IDs. And we get a little fight, but we don't really get the characters themselves. Like all the ones that have come back from being books. I'd love to meet more of them. We got the Molar office. That was fun. But at the same time, like I said, I would like that. The nostalgia within me would like that, but I also don't mind Limbus trying to like be its own thing. And not wanting to lean on that. Streaming a very important debriefing. I wouldn't put it past the guy. That reminds me, I heard that Don Quixote was overflowing by sheer excitement when she saw Virgilus on the bus. I'm pretty sure she was on the verge of passing out from sheer joy at getting to work next to a colour fixer. I guess that was to be expected. Virgilus is one of the very few fixers that has the honour of getting bestowed with the title of a colour. Chat, are you seeing this? Crazy, right? Look, that's none other than the colour fixer Red Gaze himself in the flesh. This is no mere backwaters, backstreet operation we're talking about. Remember my pre-game stream? I told you guys that this had to be more than an urban nightmare. Oh, you're worried about me, guys? Listen, all I need is your support to... youngsters these days. Alright, Grandma. Alright, Grandma, calm down. He said the line. Hey, chat. It would make the city feel really small if we kept running into rude people. It's true. Yeah, I get that too. Between Camille's non-stop jabbering and Altus's tongue clicking in even 3-second intervals, I wasn't sure which one of the two was more annoying. Thankfully, we weren't the only ones getting increasingly tired of Camille's antics. From this point onwards, any recording activities, save for official work-related recordings with prior authorization from the Hana Association, will no longer be permitted. Stop the stream. Fat in mad, eh? It would have been funny if Altus got the stream ID. Grandma's on stream! Altus becoming Skyrim Grandma. Narrative-wise, we're only just getting to the power level of named characters. Sinners are still pretty weak on the grand scale of things. Going forward, we'll probably meet more named survivors. I hope so. Like I said, not many. Oh yeah, we got Mola and we got Bamboo Hatted Kim. And we're exploring Bamboo Hatted Kim a lot because he was just like he was a regular reception, wasn't he? Rather than a whole thing. That's true. The Hannah's asked me to stop streaming, guys. I've got to stop. Sorry. No, it's fine. I don't think they can punish me in another dimension? I hope not.
발각될 시 해결사 협회에서 벌점을
Should you be caught in violation of this decree, the Fixer Association will be levelling penalty points to your name, and we who are gathered here must be well aware of the consequences of accumulating too many penalty points. Fixer life suspension, grade demotion.
여러분,
Well, chat, it seems like it's the curtain call for tonight's show. I'll give them a valorous, noble fight, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, don't forget about casting your votes for Fixer I Want to Have Dinner With contest. It closes at midnight. The Hannah Fixer's cold declaration fell upon Camille and the Fixers inside the command tent like a heavy layer of snow. They all began hurriedly fidgeting with their devices, trying to put them back in their respective cases and bags. I hope not.
꼴 좋네요.
Serves them right.
저자는 당신네 사람 같은데.
You there. Woman with an apparently dislocated jaw appears to be part of your group. Is she alright? The Fixer from the Hannah Association asked in our direction, glancing at Don Quixote. She's absolutely fine. Don't mind her. It's easier that way. Soon, a Peacock employee walked in front of the Fixers. Right, round 4 against the La Mancha Land, huh? I'm very glad to be here. Happy to see you all. For someone who's very happy to see us, he didn't so much as glance up in our direction. That was a dumb pog face right now. Surprised Pikachu. I'm a Class 3 documentation staff manager at PCORP Archival Department. My name is Alessio. And she is... Han-ul.
아까 만났던 채사라
So, head manager Cesara isn't here to brief us herself. Not willing to dirty her boots by coming all the way out here, I guess. Right then, let's go on with the briefing, shall we? Click! There are a lot of Italians here at PCORP. For something that I thought was going to be more Spanish, there's a lot of Italian going on. As we were all standing here sharing our predictions, the employee who introduced himself as Alessio started loading out various images on the monitor.
뭔 거창하게 회의까지
Oh, don't you start, Heathcliff. Mate, we really gotta go through all this bureaucracy.
아직 시작조차 하지 않았어.
The briefing is yet to commence, however. Heathcliff lets out a loud, exaggerated yawn. Reproachful glares from the other Fixers were so palatable that I could almost feel them prickling my skin.
따로 앉고 싶네요.
Can we pretend we don't know him? It makes me feel like I'm something of a Fixer myself, sitting here with all you people. Executive Manager, I have been the leader of numerous operations that would dwarf this little skirmish. Numerous? I wanted to hear more about her story. But the mission briefing was actually getting started. I decided to table my curiosity till later. Peacock for plug suit? Is that why everyone's wearing skin-tight outfits? La Mancha Land, which will manifest here within the next 3 hours, is an officially recognized urban nightmare class phenomenon. Dozens of Fixers have attempted and failed to take it down. We will now hold a moment of silence for its victims. Don Quixote immediately cast her gaze downward with grave an expression, but I could count with my 10 fingers the number of people who seemed to be taking it even remotely seriously. Some Fixers muttered amongst themselves that the victims were just folks who were in over their heads. Even I, with my endless naivete, could tell that none of the Fixers really considered them victims. A light buzz of murmurs and idle chatter filled the silence. A look of boredom clear on the Fixers' face as though they've heard it all before. Isn't Peacock goal to make the safest place in the city? I don't know. He does not wear it as well as the Queen, is true. I saw a post from an artist talking about how their image of Heathcliff has changed throughout the story. I need to find it again because I called him the eepiest princess. He is though. He's like, I don't know. He's a cat, really. Likes to be in the room. Likes to take naps. Cares about you, but doesn't want to show it. We've got an angry cat and a wet cat. Most of them are cats, except for Don Quixote, who's a dog.
자, 이제 이 화면에 집중해 주십시오.
Now, if I may direct your attention to this screen. Several low-resolution images began to load on the display.
라만차랜드가 탄생한 것 자체는
It is speculation that the
최소
origin of La
200년
Mancha Land dates
이상은
back
되었으리라
200 years in the past,
추정하고 있습니다.
by a conservative
이는
estimate.
보고된 사진과 영상들이
This has been
찍혀 있는
determined
자재들의
based on
노후
photographic
상태로
evidence and the
추측한
level of
결과입니다.
decay of the buildings and materials received and analysed from the phenomenon.
하지만
However, La
라만차랜드가
Mancha Land
본격적으로
was
세간에
largely
알려지기
known
시작한
and
건
invisible to the public
달 전.
until 2 months ago,
그리고
and the raw
이
materials that
놀이공원을
makes
두고
up
있는
this
데로는
amusement park is...
이미 다 아는
We
내용인데
know all
뭐
this
하라고
already. Get
있어?
on with it. P Corp has the responsibility to share sufficient information to all participants of this mission.
그러니까 이미 다 아는
And like I
내용이라고.
said, we all have more sufficient information. Got that? Let's stop wasting time. Honglu, why are you looking at the camera? I feel like actually no, it's whispering to that person, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm being looked at by Honglu here. Honglu's aware. Kathy did think he's a dog. No, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yay. He's only a dog for Kathy, I think, though, is the thing. For everyone else, he's more cat-like. Kathy is the only one that can tame him to the point that he becomes a dog. You seem to be under a rather severe misconception. Of course, I'm sure some of my present company are consummate professionals with skills and grit most people wouldn't dare scoff at. But the truth is, most of you are fodder. Common as muck, painfully average, garden variety, bargain bin fixers who are most likely to meet their dirt-filled miserable ends while stuck on urban nightmare duty their whole careers. That's all you'll ever be. Fine line between feral wolf and domesticated puppy. Most of you will fall by the wayside before this path leads you anywhere of even passing significance, let alone joining the ranks of grade 1 fixers like myself. Some of you, maybe 1 or 2, may make it to grade 1, but sure, but I can guarantee that you won't even dare dream of getting anywhere near the Red Gaze's greatness. Maybe your best will be the honor of dying next to him, feeling the disparity between yourselves and those who are at the top of the city. You found it. Are you in my Discord? Link it. The grin on the fixer's face quickly faded away as the boisterous fixers fell dead silent.
저 하나 협회 쪽
Blimey. So that Anna Fixer is almost right up there with the guide, eh? At least somewhere right beneath his level. He is absolutely getting red glazed. And he should be, because we saw what he did last Canto. Haha, and yet the red gaze shan't be outdone by a mere grade 1 fixer. So, know your places and pay attention to the briefing. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrificing I'm willing to make in that translation. Took it straight to the Limbus channel.
협조 감사합니다. 계속 진행하도록 하죠.
Thank you for your cooperation. Now let's see.
라만차랜드가 이곳에
The reason
갑작스럽게
for
출몰한
Lamanchalan's
이유는
sudden appearance is yet to
아직까지
be
알 수 없다.
explained.
이곳이 뒷골목임에도
Though its influence is still confined to the back street, the uniqueness of Lamanchaland poses a tangible threat to Peacock merely by its existence. Yeah, totally, dude. The local housing market hit rock bottom and continued to crash, didn't it? The fix from earlier, the one who tried to stop us from entering the scene before scuttling away, slowly sidled up to us and began chatting us up. Most of us ignored him, but Honglu responded to him in a kindly voice.
아,
Oh, is that right?
당연하죠.
Yeah, it was insane when that thing showed up here for the first time. It appeared in the middle of a dense population centre. It was like 2 L's in one. All that screaming and all that blood and
바비큐.
2 hells in one.
아름다운 단어지.
What beautiful phrasing. Well, Peacock buildings are well known for their elasticity, so while they all got bent along the newly manifested phenomenon, they didn't like crumble or anything. Anyways, when Lamanchaland suddenly appeared here, pulsing and pushing away all the buildings that used to be there, people got crushed and a bunch of buildings got bent. I don't think all grade 1 fixes are close to colour level. I reckon Zhao was maybe a grade 1. And that was close to a colour. Yes, she definitely was. I think if she still has ego afterwards, then she deserves a colour. Absolutely deserves a colour. Dude said Ryoshu's trigger word. She's contractually obligated to speak up. She is! There were really a lot of survivors for something so devastating, thanks to Peacock's singularity, which kept people inside the buildings safe. They set up a 3-kilometer radius buffer zone to limit any construction in the area where it manifests, but
3km?
just 3 kilometers?
T사의 특이점을 활용한
Buildings
건물들은
utilizing
신축성이
Peacock's
높아서
singularity have a high level of elasticity, meaning the buildings made using their technology are very unlikely to collapse or fall apart in response to shock. It is probable that they have decided that it would be safe enough to let the periphery of Lamanchaland slightly overlap with the residential zone.
P사의 모토가 어디서든 안전한 보금자리를 만드는 것이라고는
I
하니까요.
don't know if colour fixers can work in associations. Because if that's the case, then yeah, they wouldn't be able to give Zhao a colour unless she leave Leo Association. Well, you know what they say, Peacock can make a safe home anywhere. So imagine the shut when that disaster happened. Their only claim to fame crumbled, the faith in their technology grows shaky. No wonder the real estate market crashed through the rock bottom here. If I'm not wrong, there are kinda not that small amount of grade 1 fixers that potentially can be granted colour title. The only requirement they are missing is a deed. Poor Alessio getting his entire presentation sidelined by a conversation in the back corner. Yeah, the Hana doesn't care about this one. I mean, it was so bad, the locals banded together and stormed Lamanchaland, pickets and all. So that's what those banners are about, huh?
사진에 보고된 것처럼
As you can see, Lamanchaland presents itself as an extremely decorated amusement park.
여러 보고 중
One of the
공통된
most
증언은
commonly heard testimonies from reports state that there is an 8-kilometer range radius from the epicenter, which people have been hearing disembodied music of sorts. Several curious civilians drawn by the music approached it. Most of them are yet to
그
return.
목소리에 사람을 최면 상태로 유도하는 효과가 있을 가능성은 없습니다.
Is it possible that the music holds hypnogenic qualities? That is indeed a possibility. We won't be ruling out. Too many visitors have ignored the obvious warning signs and perimeter tapes to call a coincidence. Possibly erring on the side of caution, we and the relevant individuals will be equipping ourselves with earbuds. Earplugs. What must we do once this Lamanchaland materializes?
일단 너희들이
Once you
라마차
enter
랜드에
its
입장하고
perimeters,
나면
you will
반드시
have
곧바로 전투
to
태세에
ready
돌입해야
yourselves
한다.
for immediate combat.
그곳에서 너희들이 마주할 것들은
There aren't any kind of parrots
풍선을
giving
날아주는
away
친절한
balloons,
피해로도, 팝콘을
Petty
튀겨주는
arts.
직원도,
clowns,
반갑게
no
손을
amusement
흔들며
park
노래를
employees
불러주는
popping
자들도
popcorn, no staff members greeting you with a welcome song.
혈기들 뿐이겠지.
Only blood fiends.
뭐 혈기?
Blood fiends! They're real!
한참 전에 도시의 별로
Haven't you heard
유명했던
about the Blood Red
핑크밤
Knight?
몰라?
That infamous
그게
star of the
엄청난
city?
혈기였다는
Some
소문이
people say that
자자했었는데.
the Blood Red Knight was actually a really powerful blood fiend. Hi, Elena!
그 소문이 진짜인지 아닌지 누가
Yeah,
알아?
people say a lot of stuff. You know
얼마나
our rumors spread in the city.
사실 별거
I bet it
아니었던
wasn't anything
소문들이
too
얼마나
crazy
많은데.
once you got down to it. It was, in fact, that crazy. I saw it.
소문.
Rumors.
얼마나 즐기고
You'll never know how
처참할
resilient,
정도로
how
강했는지
devastatingly
평생
powerful the
너희들은
stubborn Blood Red Knight was.
그렇게 입에 가볍게
You
오를
ignoramuses
자격이
do not have the right to talk about that thing so lightly.
그래.
Yes, the only thing you'll
그곳에서
find in
너희는
there
아직 오로지
are blood
혈기로 인해
bags and blood
피조물이
fiends that
변해버린
turned
자들.
them, sharpening their fangs to
그리고
fill
너희의
their
피
ravenous
갈증을
hunger
줄이기
with
위해
your blood.
이빨
아까 미처 전달을 다 못 드렸지만
Oh,
라만차
here's a
랜드를 이루고
detail
있는
I
재료들은
was going to earlier before I was cut
인간의
off. The raw material that
약
makes up every
200년
structure in La
전에
Mancha land is human blood. Human blood dating back over 200 years in the past. Rowdy Crusader. Howdy Crusader. Howdy. You missed a few streams, that's okay. Welcome back. I wonder if any of the Ruiner color fixes are now considered, like, naming form. Maybe. No way, it's the Blood Red Knight from the famous game Lightbeer Ruiner, developed by the famous Project Moon. Oh my god, what a reference!
혈기는
Blood
피로
fiends can
놀이공원을
make
만들 수도 있는 건가?
amusement parks out of blood?
오로지 혈기들 뿐이라는 건 좀 마음에
Oh,
드는데.
now I'm looking forward to this.
어중간한
If it's
놈들은
only
금세
blood fiends, we'll
쪽좀
find
잡아줄
them.
테니까.
Sure, we'll waste no time in making mincemeat out of the greenhorns.
해결사들은 말투가 다 저래? 전에
Is
이
that all
서버에서
fixers
그렇게
talk?
말했던 것 같은데.
The way that guy's talking about blood fiends reminds me a lot of how Ishi used to talk about the Great Lake.
까딱하다가는
Hey, you
목숨이
can't
날아가게
blame
생긴
us for
마당에
being on edge all the
눈앞에
time when the
놈들이
smallest mistake
평평하게
could cost us
죽기만
our lives.
했으면
Not to mention how irritating it is when
세상이
others
사나워지게
who don't
된다고요.
understand the dangers are dozing off like there's no tomorrow.
안 졸았어.
And then
아까 어떤 새끼가 내
those.
발에 있는 힘껏
thanks to some
밟아댔거든.
sods who constantly stepping on my foot.
날씨가
What nice
좋네요,
weather today,
오늘.
huh? Sinclair! Sinclair's growing to such an angry little boy, and I love it. Angry. He's no longer a sad German boy. He's an angry German boy. It was Sinclair who was stepping on his foot at the forceful behest of Ishmael. But I held myself. Oh, it's the forceful behest of Ishmael. Okay, I take it back. He is still an angry little German boy, but slightly less angry than I thought. The last thing I wanted was to have the two of them bickering again.
이어가자면 라만차 랜드 안에서 약 6시간 정도가 지나면
Anyway, if you manage to survive for 6 hours within La Mancha land, the music announcing the closure of the park will start playing. We were able to cross-reference this fact from testimonies of every fixer and civilian who managed to make it out alive. Once the exit song starts playing, you will have 30 minutes to exit La Mancha land. Should you fail to do so, you'll be trapped inside La Mancha land until it manifests here again, effectively putting you in an endless battle against blood fiends. Slightly angry German boy, a sag boy, yes. Sinclair took anger management classes, not to control his anger, but to learn how to be angry, to be one with his anger. He has so many wrath skills, he do.
그때까지 살아남는 놈들이
If anyone
있다는
even
말이지.
survives that long.
특정 놀이기구엔 실종자들이 tab승하고 있다고 증언
There
또한 있었으므로
also were eyewitness
여러분이
reports
신경 쓰는
where
것은 아닐 겁니다.
some fixers identified missing people aboard certain amusement park rides, but that's not an important detail for those who are present.
지금까지 파악된 증언들을
Based on the
토대로
testimonials and
본다면
reports from survivors, we have been able to establish a map of La Mancha land comprised of 4 separate areas.
생존자들의 현 시점에서
No one has
이
yet to
마지막
make it to the
구역까지
final
진입한
area,
자들은
which is
아무도
located
없다.
here.
단 1, 2,
However,
3구역의
we were
특정
able to
장치를
identify
모두
that a certain
가동시켜야지만
device in each
마지막
area,
구역에
1, 2, and 3
입장이 가능하다는
respectively,
것만
had to be
파악되었지.
activated first in order to unlock the final area.
참고로 현재까지 가동되었던 장치는 1구역과 2구역.
The devices within Area 1 and 2 have been activated in the past, but no one has managed to activate the one in Area 3 just yet.
좋아. 우리들은 곧바로
Understood. Suppose we should beeline to Area 3, save some time then.
아니,
No, it appears the device is reset when La Mancha land disappears. In other words, we will have to divide and conquer. Team up with other fixers, choose an area to tackle.
알았어.
Oh, I see. Split
각자
up,
맡은 구역으로
activate our
가는
respective
거에
devices,
장치를
rendezvous at the
가동시키고
final area.
1, 2, 3구역의 모든
Assuming that every team
장치를
successfully
가동했다는
activates the
전제
device they're
하에야.
responsible for.
맞습니다.
Correct. We suspect that the key to solving La Mancha land's problem lies within the final area.
추측하고 있죠.
I know, that's so video game.
그쪽에서 말하고 싶은 것이 있나?
There's something you'd like to share?
재밌잖아요.
Isn't it funny
1, 2,
that we have to
3구역의
go
모든 장치를
activate some kind of
가동시켜야지만
device in each
마지막
section of La
구역이
Mancha land to unlock the
개방된다는
final
규칙이
area?
마치 놀이 같지
Isn't
않나요?
it kind of like a game? Isn't it
토벌하러 오는
like they're
우리에게
giving those who
의도적으로
dare
조건을
challenge the
세워주고
might of
있는
La
거죠.
Mancha land's stages to beat, conditions to fulfill? Hey, it's what you guys are saying. Romeo's reading chat.
어떻게 알겠어? 날 때부터 악하게 태어난 족속들이니.
How should we know what the Blood Fiends are thinking? Those monsters are born
Hannah.
twisted.
확인이 필요한 사안.
Hannah, we have something we'd like to confirm.
우리 협회는 토벌금을
The Zwei Association is here to rescue our client, not for the eradication reward.
우리 협회라고 정없이
Don't mean
말하지
Zwei
말고
in sync. Don't leave me out.
함께 말해줄래?
It's like the creator was a weeb. Maybe the creator is also dreaming. Dawn! It's like he treated it like a game, an amusement. It's almost like he made an amusement park and he thought it was funny. Ro is reading chat, Camille's streaming, it's meta as fuck today.
따라서 츠바이 협회와 싱크 협회는
Therefore, the
1, 2,
Zwei and
3
Sync
구역을
have no
장치를
reason to enter the
가동시킬
3
이유가
areas to
있습니다.
activate those devices.
여기에 대해서는 당신이
I suppose you could
말해주는
take
게
over from
정확하고.
here for the sake of accuracy.
그러죠.
Oh,
이곳에
sure,
모인
right.
여러분들은
I'm sure you
각자
all have
다양한
your own
이유로
reasons for
인해서
being here, yes?
따라서 저희
Therefore,
피사에서는
we at P Corp set up an
토벌
eradication
분배금이라는
dividend
것을
fund, which means that we will be giving out reward money based on how much you have contributed to the eradication of La Mancha land.
토벌이 무사히 된다는
Assuming your
가정에서
successful outcome, that is.
따라서 토벌이
If your goal
목표가
isn't the
아니신
eradication of La
분들은
Mancha land, then
그
feel free to
정산에서
roam on your own to
제외된다는
fulfill your
것만
respective
유의해
contracts, as long as you
별도의
acknowledge that
의뢰를
you won't be
완수하러
receiving any
구역을
payout
이탈하시고
from that
문제는
fund upon the successful completion of this expedition. You are free to do as you will.
하지만 정확히
However, we
어떤
would also like to
내용의
request
의뢰인지
that you submit a copy of that
계약서의
contract
제출해
so that we
주세요.
are aware of its details.
확인했다. 회의가 끝나면
Understood.
바로
I will
제출
hand it over
하도록
as soon as this meeting adjourns.
말 나온 김에 지금 이
Speaking
자리에서
of which, I'd
선포하자.
like to take this opportunity to declare something.
은근슬쩍 우리
If you,
사무소에
and I
묻어갔어.
mean if any of you, intend to ride our coattails and pilfer more of that reward than you deserve, I'll hunt you down too. Got that? La Mancha land. Mancha means stain or dirty in my language. So it's dirty land or stain land. It's so funny to me that the peacock uniform for both men and women is a skin-tight bodysuit. Must be well endowed for either gender. They don't care. Maybe they have, you know, better body image things because people can't hide. So they like have loosened their idea of body image in Peacock.
아, 참고로 얘
Ladies and
진짜
gents, I
한국인
can
한
attest
명이야.
that he
내가
isn't
말이야.
one for empty threats. Can't promise I'll be able to stop him.
살벌하네요.
He sure is intense. All cards on the table, everyone's skin-tight bodysuits.
비록 돈이 걸려 있는 의뢰이긴 하지만
I understand that a lot of money hinges on this contract. However, remember that our primary objective remains to minimize casualties, to prevent further disappearances,
모두가
leave
아낌없이
some
힘을
of
모아야
that
하는
selfishness
작전이라는
behind, and cooperate for the
명수에서.
greater good. Why would you hide a six-pack? Yeah, but not all of P Corp employees will have six-packs. Unless that's something the bodysuit does. I mean, if the bodysuit is part of P Corp tech and P Corp tech is like changing the form of something in a container, then if you're wearing the suit, then you can have an instant bod, right? An instant sexy bod, yes? Theoretically? Peacock compression for houses, except it's wearable. Doesn't matter how big it. Exactly. It's instant bod. It's even bigger on the inside. Yeah, you might. When you get it off when you get home, you might get a little depressed for a minute, but then you put it on in the day, and I'm like, fuck yeah. The Hannah fixer did not contradict him. She was the kind of person who wouldn't hesitate to put her foot down. She could have easily forced us into cooperation, but it seems that she wouldn't keep us from infighting if it did come to that. Don Quixote was the only one passionately nodding along to her advice. Who's going with who? And to which area? Xinchen, Honglu's little sister, who'd been listening quietly for the briefing, raised her hand with a question. You'll assign to teams and areas based off our internal data analysis of your individual capabilities, potential, and alignment.
그럼 한 구역에 너무 많은 인원이 가는 건 피해야겠네요.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what the horrific side effects of the instant sexy bodysuit is. It's like, wearing nothing at all. I hate how much of an earworm that one sentence is. So we should probably avoid overcrowding, huh? Such as saddling a group of a dozen or so people, for example. We intend to avoid bottlenecking too many people in the same area. She's not hiding her disdain at all, huh? Well, it's not like we wanted her to tag along. It's not like she's cute or anything. If there are no further questions, I'll be signing you all to your teams and areas pairs. Hold! Every single fixer in the room whipped around to look at Don Quixote, at her bellowing roar. Perhaps it was the sheer fervour in her voice, or perhaps they were simply annoyed by her asking one last question, when the boring briefing was almost over. Oh, please, don't tell me this is actually happening. Oi, oi. That actually woke me up this time. Morning. I think the city is already like an MMO, complete with PvP. True. It's dawn time! Imagine if you have an itch or some particularly trapped beneath the bodysuit. Ah! No, this might be the best time to go back to sleep, bud. Would have resulted in a summary. Execution back in Margie! Alright, Grandma, calm down. Grandma Altis batted again. Okay, and the question is... Hark! It appeareth that the information on the greatest import is missing from thy briefing. Is a moment, please? Alessia began flipping through the briefing, flustered. When shall the rescue operation of the victims of this terrible amusement park commence? Hag Maxine. I believe that an operation of such grand scale may be difficult to accomplish only with the help of sirs and ladies from the Zwei and Sink Association. Is that like a character you're playing or something? That's not mainstream at all. I like it. But I gotta say, playing a character is a bit old-fashioned. At least I know my viewers would enjoy something like that. It appears there has been some kind of misunderstanding. Our contract is not to do with rescuing visitors, let alone all of them. Our contract is a search and rescue operation for a specific visitor requested by our client. Then, whoever shall make up the rescue party for the rest of its victims. She for real?
어디서 온 놈들인데?
Where'd these idiots come from?
뭐야? 나도 좀 보자.
Dude, let me see.
우리처럼 별도로 계약을 치른
Unless you have been specifically contracted to rescue someone, I recommend that you pursue the missing persons flyers for the reward. Yet, it is not promise of rewards that I desire. So many valiant fixers are gathered here, yet not one taketh up the role of a rescuer. Prithee, fixer of the Zwei, art thou not one of the Zwei? One of those who call themselves your shield?
방패긴 방패지.
Yeah, they're shields, alright.
의뢰를 신청한 자에게만
The
세워진
iron
차별
shield of whoever enters an official contractual agreement with them. Don does have a point. Saving them would cut off a food supply, but it's also the harder way to deal with this. Fie! Yet a fixer mustn't wager their own life on shallow promise of capital. Pray tell, when did the fixers of associations abandon honour for greed?
들어주겠군.
Oh jeez, okay,
지금
that's
내가
enough
누군지는
playing
알고 그런
around.
소리를.
Do you even have any idea what who you're talking to? I am very aware, young Camille, of Sync Association Section 3, frequent feature of the Fixers Monthly Magazine, currently number 7 in the Fixers I Want to Have Dinner With contest.
잘 알고.
Huh, so you do know you're... Wait, I'm only 7?
뭐 그건 그렇다 치고.
Well,
그래.
that's not important right
그러면
now.
이것 또한 알고
If you're so
있겠지.
knowledgeable about the Fixers, then I'm sure you know this as well.
우리 쉔크 협회는 할 말이 있을 때
That I, as a fixer of the Sync Association, am not one to waste my breath on mere words. When we want to settle something, or make a statement, we duel. An official duel to the death. Then, wilt thou heed mine words, should I best thee in a duel? What? Should I best thee in a duel? Wilt thou swear upon thine honour that thou shalt assist in our rescue mission for those who have gone missing?
그럼 네 말은
Camille absolutely would call her cringe right now. Wait, are you seriously challenging me to a... No. I, Don Quixote, perforce shall not so slightly forsake my creed. I hereby challenge thee to a duel. Duel. Things were quickly starting to spiral out of control. Almost panicking, I glanced towards Virgilus. But I couldn't read his expression. He was simply staring at us in that inscrutable silence. Silence that almost felt like warmth? Somehow I find myself getting more intimidated by this than outright anger. Ah, that's my girl, fucking everyone up.
일단
Okay, then I'll end the briefing here. It can be determined from prior experience that it will be impossible to stop the presently developing situation. Please, you meant in a children's card game, Jordan.
동공이 평소보다 확장되어 있고 미간을 잔뜩
Pupils dilated, brows furrowed at a steep angle. Clear refusal to heed any external input. Our attempts to coax her will not be met with any meaningful response. So she's lost it. I neglected to mention this earlier at the empty lot, Dante, on account of the lack of prying eyes. I recommend against turning your clock when eyes of every fixer participating in this case are watching us intently, especially for a duel, which is very little benefit to be gained. This includes summoning identities from different worlds, or the use of ego. Well, yeah, but it's not like we won't be using them once we get inside, right? I don't see what's wrong with... Just as I was trying to convince Faust otherwise, Don Quixote stepped in and resolutely shook her head. Nay, worry not! 'Tis an unnecessary crutch. What, seriously?
싱크협회의 결투는 정정당당해야 하는
A duel against a member of the Sink Association must be fair and just. Never did I intend to borrow thy strength, manager Esquire, for this hallowed battle of mine.
좋아.
Fine.
주위에 내 팬들이 없다는 게
Sucks that I won't have my fans here to watch me wipe the floor with you.
여기에
But I'm
모인
sure
사람들
someone
누군가
here will spread the
입소문을
story by word of
내주겠지.
mouth.
내 온정을 다해 장갑은 던지지 않도록 하지.
I went through my gauntlet out
무기를
of
뽑아라.
pity.
애송이.
En garde, Petit Neveu! Now it's getting French. There's severe lack of Spanish going on here.
상황이 유리해졌네요.
Rightio.
이렇게 할 수
Hello,
있으면서
Camille.
지금까지 가지 않았던 건
I don't wanna
주어진 일이
read.
아니었기
I
때문인가요?
only have one attack anyway, so what am I gonna do?
출진이다. 중앙 본부에서 전파할게. 지금부터 제압 임무를 시작할 거야.
Hey, 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 hey. It's hot. It's hot, okay? And everyone knows how to say on guard. Okay.
출진이다.
It's hot. I get French when I'm hot. No.
이 자리에 서 있게 해달라고 바란 적은 없었어요. 단 한 번도.
출진이다.
So I'm gonna say die. Die. I feel like I don't know if I'm supposed to win this one kind of thing. I have to dodge? What do you mean I have to dodge? Which one's this?
출진이다.
Don's doing great. What are you on about? Yeah, I had a feeling I wasn't supposed to win that.
차라리 내가 직원들을 지휘해야 했어. 모두 전멸했잖아.
But that's fine. 'Tis but a light wound. Thou art sorely mistaken. If thou truly believes that such meager wound could... Don't worry, I've seen the timing. Should be okay. It's not like I'm gonna sleep well in this weather anyway, and I don't have work tomorrow, so we're good. That was definitely more than just a light wound, but it was outright crippling, if not fatal. Camille wasn't all talk, after all. He moved at an impressive speed and precision, living up to his boasts. 'Tis but a flesh wound. I could not bear to look at Don Quixote squirm in pain, but turning the clock here would leave an even greater wound in her heart. 'Tis but a scratch, but your arm is missing. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Fatal wounds are normal for the sinners. 'Tis not the end. What a waste of my blade. I'd rather not have to hear of this. I'd rather not have to hear of this duel. I think I'm bullying some poor amateur.
그만해라, 까미오.
That's enough, Camille.
만인의 안전을 바라는 것이
It's no crime to wish for the
잘못된
safety
생각은
of
아니야.
all victims.
상대를 못
Yeah, but her
가리고
attitude
허튼
was
소리를
perfection.
짓거리는 것은
Spouting
고쳐야
nonsense like that.
마땅하지.
Not knowing who she's talking to.
해결사가 어쩌고 나불대다니.
Knowing who she's talking to. Fix to this, honor that, justice, and does she know that's all just...
소라는 여기까지 하도록
That's
할까?
enough shenanigans. Let's not waste our strength before stepping foot into La Mancha land.
더 이상 힘겨루기를 이어간다면
Cause further trouble and I will put a stop to it
내가 직접
myself.
제재를 하겠다.
약 1시간 정도.
La Mancha Land ETA in approximately 1 hour. After an hour from now, the phenomenon may appear at any moment. Please remain in close proximity to your teams in case of an emergency. The momentary kerfuffle came to a close thanks to the Hannah Association intervention. Yeah, the Red Gaze wasn't. The Red Gaze was only able to, like, take her from an 11 to a 10. And the only silence and occasional groans of pain from Don Quixote filled the empty lot. Let's get back inside. I can turn my clock. I can't turn my clock in front of so many people. We'll get clock anxiety. I know it's because Faust said so, but we could get clock stage fright. You did your best, baby girl. You did your best. Okie dokie. Unfortunately, it is now time to end the stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, anyone lurk. Thank you, anyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate you coming and hope you enjoyed, no matter which way you decided to enjoy. If you have not already, I'd highly appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Twitch, give the channel a cheeky follow. That would be lovely. If you miss me while I'm gone, there's 24-hour streams of me reading Treasure Planet, Treasure Island, Treasure Island. I always do that. It's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, so you can enjoy that if you miss my voice while I'm gone. Because I will be back on Sunday where we will be reading the actual Don Quixote and we can keep comparing it to what we found here. It'll be great. Treasure somewhere, indeed. If you've done all that, please consider joining my Discord. And if you've done all that, buy my books. Buy my books. I wrote superhero books. Search for me, Bryony Rose Smith, in your favorite bookseller. And maybe I'll come up with some superhero books. Please buy them. It'd be great. Thank you. And if you bought them and you read them, leave reviews. Thank you. Thank you for sitting through my shill. And that is all I have for you. I know I made Nico sad. I couldn't help it. Nico wanted to sleep too early. I didn't want to leave Nico like that. But I had to. And now I can't open the game for a week. Because if I open the game when you guys aren't there, then you'll miss it. And it's terrible. But for now, just for now, I had fun. I hope you've had fun. This has been Bryony Rose Smith. I'm the Forbidden Library. Goodbye, Brionicles. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.